have been very busy as little word elves. Amazing achievement. Right, so let's start with the word of the day. We had two. We had Patrick using kindred, talking about rainbows. We had Paul and Clodagh both deploying post-lapsarian, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Paul said a post-lapsarian phone call to his parents, which was full of plosives and alliteration as well, which was really great. And Clodagh was just the post-lapsarian times. We also had our Madam Toastmaster, Lissy, change post-lapsarian to post-lactarian, which is a new word which must mean of or pertaining to the aftermath of the expulsion of one's milk. Right, let's go into the literary techniques that were deployed today, starting with the table topics. Jess was alluding to a kind of Arcadian beauty when she was talking about her face cream and the effect. You know, I am the embodiment of youth, taut, beautiful, fresh, eternally youthful. Georgie also took us on a bit of an ambush. She did an illusion where she had the topic, screw it, let's do it. She made us to believe that she was really going to go with that, and then she twisted what actually happened there. Let's jump into the techniques. We had one of the best, my most favourite literary techniques ever, was actually deployed by Luca, and that's called paraprosdokian. Now what Luca did, to paraprose, is to change the meaning of the sentence whilst you are still saying it. So Luca was given a topic of life as a journey, and he responded, well, life is a journey, I had to get a plane to get here. We are changing the meaning of the word journey. That's pure paraprosdokian, it's really hard to do. We've got juxtaposition from Gemma. Mario is so experienced that he came on and it was very clear he had no idea what he was going to say. That's a juxtaposition of Mario's experience of what happens next, and also he did brilliantly. Jumping into these speeches, Paul opened with the cars and the beer drinking and the initiation. That's mise en scène, that's cinematic, setting the scene, and the effect that has on the audience is that it pulls you in from the opening. If cinema fails to deploy mise en scène, it's essentially failed to tell a story. Paul did that in his actual spoken speech. Richard is a master of, in this speech, titillation. Now, to titillate someone, it's a term used in media and in sales, is to make the purpose of your language and the imagery flirtatious more than emotional or factually driven. That is a titillation. And it's essentially to arouse you. And I mean that in the medieval sense of the word, not the modern. But he actually referenced it when he was being sold a car. He was saying, I felt it happen and I liked it. To be aroused by language is to be titillated. Again, we're in medieval times when I use that word. Richard's a classically trained speaker. He's got a clear grasp of the trivium, the grammar, the rhetoric and logic that you need to deploy a kind of rehearsed, orgastic speech. Clodagh deployed probably the most illusion out of any speaker today, this morning. She alluded to lots of trouble and sort of turmoil and effort without really actually outlining how that felt. We had images such as the brother on the stairs and the professor, letters in the professor. There was so much good stuff today. The flag is up, but you've all been very busy word elves. Thank you very much.
Okay. You now have your last piece of work to do. You are going to be voting for the 5 different evaluators that we've heard today. But in order to remind you of who they were and how long they've spent bending your ear,